All right. So let me meet you guys first. Yeah, allow. So yeah, simplest way of taking your trades, even though you don't need to stress yourself much, even though you don't know much in the market. And before this good is what I'm looking out for the new week, anyways. I marked this zone out. That was on Friday then. It gave the confirmation already, so I'm expecting more buyers on good. Well, this is my peer, GBP USD. Now, let's go straight to the point. I just want to explain a short way of taking trades, of analyzing. And I'll be using something I called manipulation. Yeah, I'll be using this to explain what I just want to explain to you guys tonight. Now, what do you understand about manipulation? Like, a lot of you will be like, okay, they manipulated me out. I was in the trade. They kick out my stop loss and move to my direction. Or, okay, the trade has already gave me confirmation. I saw my choke or choke. I don't know how you call it. But I saw my change of character. And after seeing my change of character, it gave me confirmation. It has liquidity and kick me out. Now, what I just want you guys to know is market is always right. Market is always and always right. So if you hit stop loss, probably it might be your fault. And sometimes they use liquidity to like weak to manipulate us out. But most times, let me just say 99%, if you hit stop loss, it is not market fault. All right. So, because you see a lot of traders out there whereby they will uh they will make loss. Instead of them blaming themselves, instead of them telling their people the real fact that okay, I made a mistake, they are going to blame the market. Now, whenever they manipulate you out, do you give up or you get your money back from the market? Now, I will tell you a few things here that is going to help you how to regain your profits. And I won't give you in full, but I'll give you let me just say 80% of it to know when to regain your profits. So let me go straight to the point now. Let's say we have this, okay, don't let me use line. Let's say we have this structure. I'm going to use this in another advanced way, another part where some people understand. Let's say we have this structure right now. This is our break of market structure. Right? This is our PMS. When you have major break or when you have a break of market structure, a lot of you will want price to come back and take out inducement, liquidity, whatsoever, trend line liquidity, whatsoever thing you call it. Now, let's see, this is your trend line liquidity. And this was the zone that generates the trend line liquidity. This was the area the trend line liquidity was generated from. And you're expecting this place to be taken out as your inducement. And let's accept that you have a point of interest right here. Let's see, we have an unmitigated zone at this particular point. Now, what we'll be expecting is for price to give a range, and after giving us that range, price should open into our unmitigated what? Zone. Now let's say we have this. Let's say we have this. Now, this is where I am coming to. You know, a lot of you here will see this place as a confirmation, which is your change of character. Your change of character is the age. Let me shorten it like that. Now, your change of character. Once you all see this change of character, the next thing you want to do is either you set your entry at this liquidity or at this point of interest. Don't mind me, I'm eating something, so don't mind that voice. Now, this is what a lot of traders will want to do. This is what a lot of traders will want to do here. And target this leg. Fine. It's giving a sell vibe. It is giving a sell structure. And it also gave a confirmation. Now, please pay attention to this thing. I just want to tell you now. For trader that doesn't know how to find their hedge in the market, they will always want to revenge. Now, if this thing comes this way, put you in profit and take you out. You know, now you have a break of market structure here. If this thing reacts to this change of character and kick you out, you don't need to still play your strong gear that you want to sell from here. Because I know a lot of you will be like, and they kick me out, I'll still sell. I'll still sell. No, this is not giving you a sell move anymore. This is telling you that they have manipulated buyers and sellers here. Now, this is what market maker did here. They already presented this sell movement because they know that a lot of traders will be selling. Now, what they did here is they sponsor this sell because they know they want to buy. So they sponsor this fake sell. So for them to sponsor this fake sell, because they know they want to buy, they need enough liquidity. So they will have to manipulate retailers here. The big boys will have to manipulate retailers here. So once they react to this zone and take you out, that doesn't mean it will still sell. That doesn't mean it will still sell. The only thing that will make it sell is if they come down again and break this low, but which is not even 100% possible for them to do. Once they flip out this zone and you are in this trade here, you took this sell, the next thing you need to do is this guy, everything that they did here, they manipulated here. So this area that they manipulate a lot of traders from, sellers and buyers, we turn to a demand zone. It is going to turn to a demand zone where you can reclaim your profits immediately. Now, this is what they are going to do. Once they move up, they're going to what? Come back and go. So if you are trying to sell and you see this kind of information, you can open from this place. But now, how do you know if this will be valid or not? How do you know if it will be valid or not? Number one thing you need to check is before they manipulate us out, did they create any strong leg? And what did I mean by any strong leg? Did they take out any low? Did they take out any low? Now you need to check that. Now, this took care of this low, then broke structure. it make this guy valid as our demand. That's number one. Number two thing again you need to check is, did this manipulation happen inside this structure or outside? If this manipulation happen outside of this structure, you don't need to put your buy limit here immediately, because it is going to serve as liquidity. They will take it out. Once they take it out, they can literally sell or look for the nearest buy point of interest here and buy. So you need to check if it take out a low, if you are selling, if you are buying, if it take out a high, or it happened inside or outside. But if it happened inside, then you can opt in. That's number one thing I want to talk about. Now, let me give you an example. Let me give you a very sweet example. I'm about to meet you guys. Let me give you a very sweet example here. Now, okay, let me put 5 minutes time frame so that it can be more clearer to some guys here. See you now. Okay. Now, a lot of traders will see this place as what a break of market structure. All right. Now, once you see this place as a break of market structure, the next thing is they are looking for their point of interest. Now, for traders that use S&R entry or liquidity, blah, 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 like that, and let's say this is their point of interest right here. Let's say this is their point of interest. Traders that know how to use liquidity. Now, this is their liquidity and they want to open. So let's say this is their point of interest, right? And 50% of this unmitigated week is the point of interest. So let me mark that 50%. Yeah. So this is their entry. Now, what do we have here? We have what? A change of character. Yes or no? We have a change of character. And let's say we call this place liquidity. Then unmitigated zone, right? Let me mark this place as the liquidity. So let me go back to 50 minutes time frame. Now you can see for traders that want to sell, they will want to hoop in around here to sell from here. They want to open around there, right? Because they have seen that change of character and 5 minute unmitigated zone and liquidity. And what did the market maker, what did they do here? They manipulate us out. I don't want to talk about it from here. I just have to use this because this is the first place we have the manipulation. This was the first place we have the manipulation. And they use, I'm still coming back to this area, and they use this entry straight up. Now, they manipulate us here. So if you are trying to what? If you are trying to buy or sell. Now, the first thing they did here was immediately they manipulate this zone out. The question the thing I ask you guys to check for is, check if it happened inside or outside. That's number one. Number two, check if it is a strong loop. Now, this guy here took care of this previous loop and it happened inside, not outside, because this is where we have the major break. Looking at line charts, it's happened inside. So not this week. This body here was one that break this eye. So it happened inside. Now, where is our manipulation zone here? Where is the demand zone? This area was one that manipulated us out. All right. Now, the next thing we do is look for the nearest unmitigated zone immediately. And what do we have here now? You can see immediately they reacted to it and what? Move up. So if you have a nice target, you have taken out your profit before this came back down here. Now, something happened. They came back to mitigate this rejection candle, which is a valid breaker to continue the trend. That's number one. Number two is same thing here. This zone here, this area manipulated sellers. People are trying to sell from here. On a lower time frame, we have like a change of character. And what do we have? After having this change of character to the downside, instead of them to sell, they manipulate us out. So once they manipulate you out, you can what? Seek for your buy. But you need to check if it's happened inside or outside, if it is a strong leg or not. Let me look for one more example. So if you check all my previous trades here, this is what I use. Even this buy, I use that to get my entry around here. The long buy that happened on GBP USD, where the buy started from. Let me give you another example. Yeah, it was around here. This happened every day. If you know how to go about sections, New York section, London section, if you know how to go about section, it will be very easy for you. It will be very, very easy for you to trade. Because all section will prevent they will create manipulation. All sections, they will create manipulation. Right? This place we have a sweep and a break of market structure to the downside. People that use SNR entry, I don't know. And this is entry for us. Yeah, this is an entry. Now, the next thing price did here was they manipulated sellers. So for people that are trying to sell, they will call this a change of character to the downside. And after the change of character, what next? Unmitigated zone, you know the drill now. So then what do they do here? They manipulate us out. If you are trying to sell, they manipulate us out and broke this main sell set. They broke this main sell. Now, if you have the break of market structure, you don't even need to wait for price to come here, to come to this low. Now, the reason why I say you don't need for price to come to this low is this is where we have the manipulations from. This is our demand zone. And all you just need to do is mark your point of interest out of it. Now, this low was taken out. If you use a good stop loss, because I was in this buy and I sent it to that Telegram channel. Now, this low was taken out. And the reason why they took out this low was because this low is Asian low. This was an Asian low here. So they have to take it out to its week. So let's say you get your entry from this particular point. Let's say you get your entry from this particular point. At least this is like 3 pips, yeah. 3 pips or 4. At least, can you see? It is not just possible for you to use 1 pips now. So if you use 2 or 3, you are still in profit. As you can see, they manipulated this zone and what? But I need to check if it's happened inside or outside. It's happened inside and it took care of a low. Hold on, please. So can you see now? Now, this is another area. This is another area. All section. I won't talk about those section here because this is not mentorship, you know. But all section, it will create manipulation. It will create manipulation. All sections will create manipulation. If I'm meant to keep talking about it, you see that it happens in all sections. And this was the sell that started on GBP I think, yeah, I took the sell from here, even though I did not target this low. Yeah, this was the low I target. This was my final target here. Now, what happened here was this. This is an unmitigated zone that price was reacting from. Price went up, but did not break this high. Flip out traders. Even this candle has a lot of meaning in the market. This candle, yeah, has a lot of meaning in the market. Now, took care of this candle. After taking care of this candle, break to the downside. This is my strong supply. Out of this supply, what I just need to do is look for my imbalance around the supply. My imbalance around the supply. If you are calling this inducement, this is not inducement, this is a strong point. This is strong supply because it's manipulated what? Buyers out. And if you are trying to buy and they kick you out, you can take your profit back from this place immediately. It's happened inside of this structure, not outside. And it took care of one particular low. It took care of one particular low. Took care of this low. Take care of this high. They broke this structure to the downside, manipulated buyers. If you're trying to buy, they kick you out. Then it's happened inside, not outside. And it's created this strong point and give me imbalance. That means there's money here, and this is my entry. Then if you check everything that happens on the sell, manipulation, distribution, manipulation, distribution, expansion like that. After they took care of the, okay, for example, here, a lot of people are trying to buy from this zone now. A lot of people are trying to buy from this zone. Now, what did they do? They did not break the structure properly well. And even though they break the structure properly well, let's say we have a break of market structure to the upside. This is a break of market structure, right? Now, we need price need to come back to the internal structure, right? And this is an unmitigated zone in this internal structure. This is an unmitigated zone. When we check everything, we have a sweep, a break of market structure. And this is an unmitigated zone, this area. Now, price reacted to this zone, created a valid supply. Because this is an area of transaction, created a valid imbalance week to week and broke this place. They manipulated everybody that want to buy here, they manipulated them out, they kicked them out. And what happened here? Immediately they reclaim it. So if you are trying to buy and they flip you out, that zone that flip you out is going to be your next target, your supply zone. Same thing happened here. They manipulated buyers here, they kicked them out. Imagine. And continuously, there's an unmitigated zone here, which was this candle. Yeah. Price was supposed to buy, then it flip out traders. The next thing that they did here was to come back into it, use it, use it. Can you see? Continuously like that. So all sections will give you manipulation. All sections will give you what? Manipulation. So if you can find this, if you can study this and apply it to section rules, you check your manipulation, you check if it is valid, maybe it's happened inside or outside, or it has a valid it take out a low or a high like that. There are more to this though, but this short information will make you profitable. Because this is, if you see anytime I flip on synthetic, this is the very, very short information that I use. Anytime I flip on synthetic, even though I just use 1 minute entry as I use 1 minute for entry, you know, it is flip or blue now. So that's the short information. Let me show you something here. Now, I use the same information to take this buy, the same information to take this buy, the same information to take this sell, and the same information, can you see here? The same information to take this buy right here. Took care of what? This do, did not sell, did not continue the sell. They manipulated us out. this was higher time frame point of interest. They kick it out, and I use the same information. So the same information that I'll be using to buy here right now, because I was trying to sell from this zone. So I'm waiting for confirmation, and I did not see confirmation. So what happened here was they kick out, they reacted to this zone, give me this information sweep and break the structure. So now I'm waiting for them to come back to this area. And this is going to be liquidity for it. This is not valid yet. So I'm waiting for them to come back to this area. Then from this area now, I'm going to have a long buy. Though if I'm going to target this high, I will have to check very well if they are going to take out this high or not. But this is the next week high to me. So if I'll be buying from this manipulation area, from this value demand, I'll be buying to take care of this high. Very, very simple. That's just a very short information. So if you are trading time and price, you need to apply this manipulation information to your trading. You need to apply it to your trading. And I know some of my students are here that understand this trade very, very well. Yeah. So, and this is what I'm looking for GP good for the new week. I already analyzed this, and it's going, there's a confirmation here too. There was a confirmation here, took out this liquidity, but I'm still waiting for more manipulation to happen around it too. I'm waiting for more manipulation to happen around it too, which I'm already seeing already. If this I took care of this one, because this guy here is reacting from this valid supply zone. So it's coming down, it did not break structure. So it took care of this one. If this buy can take care of this I would have opened from this place, but I don't want to play with gold. So if this structure here, if this thing can break this I now, then I have a full manipulation area here. Then I'll look for my demand to continue the buy trend. So that's just the simple and the stuff I want to discuss with you guys. I just feel like sharing that with you guys. So thank you very much. Let me unmute you in case you have anything to say. So you can unmute yourself right now.
Good day, Boston.
Good day.
My question basically on this week and stuff is
Please, are you using airport?
basically because
Are you using airport?
okay, let me explain
Please.
So my question is, does sleep usually need liquidity like to
All right.
after this?
Yeah. If a flip should take out liquidity before breaking structure, it doesn't need, it don't need to break. For example, if this is it here, let's say this is our sell. We are trying to sell from here, and price move up, take care of this low and broke structure. This flip has already taken out this low. It doesn't need any flip, it doesn't need any liquidity anymore. You don't take liquidity like that. So since they have manipulated this zone here, they just need the nearest imbalance. That's where there's money. They'll just use that nearest imbalance to take out. The only flip that you would need to take out liquidity is, for example, here you have this information. Now, this did not grab any liquidity before breaking structure. They will use this information. They will use this information. They will take care of this one. Let me give you an example of that right now. Let me give you an example. This flip here, though it took care of this eye, but if I'm going to check it, it is still a single leg. assuming to take care of this one, yeah, I would have considered that, okay, took care of one liquidity before breaking structure. So this one that took care of this one is still a single leg, all right? So it needs liquidity. That was the reason why they take care of this liquidity to continue. Assuming this place took care of this one, they don't need liquidity like that. Now, for example, here, you can see this took care of this I here and broke structure. Did they grab any liquidity? Now, you can call this place liquidity blah. No, 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 no. You can see they reacted to this place immediately and move. Now, this place manipulated this one, manipulated this area also. Is there any obvious liquidity? I can't call this liquidity. This is just a retracement back to continue the trend. They reacted to this place without grabbing any liquidity because this one has already grabbed liquidity to this side. So it doesn't need any liquidity anymore. So if you're free, take care of one liquidity before breaking the structure. You don't need more of liquidity. But if it doesn't take care of liquidity, consider that flip. If the flip did not have liquidity, consider it to be rated. But if it has liquidity, they will use the liquidity, then continue. Clear?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Understood.
All right. I just need to answer one or two more questions then. That'll be the end for tonight's section. So I'm going to upload this on the YouTube channel in case you want to rewatch over and over again. So any other question from anyone, please?
Yeah, but please, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, please, concerning the range, I do have issue in identifying a valid range. Now, is it that there must be a valid tip of liquidity and a break of structure before we can identify that this range has been confirmed?
No, we have different type of range. Range are classified into four places here. So I don't need to talk about that right now. There are some range that you don't need sweep break liquidity. Like I don't need on top liquidity. What you just need is have they take this money? Where do we have this money? Okay, they have picked this money. This is the next range. This is where we have the next money. So I won't talk about that. We have different type of range. Like four like that, 4 or 5, yeah. So
All right, boss.
so one more question, then I'm going to end this section. One more question. All right, that will be the end for tonight's free section. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to send the
Yeah,
video very soon. Like
thank you, Baba.
once I upload, so I'll share you guys the link so that you can rewatch the video and you can study that and use that for the next week. So this coming week that we are coming now, you can just practice and check if it works or not. Then if it works and you are taking trade very, very well, you can just DM me and show me your proof. Like, this thing is working. Oh. So that's just that about that. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night, Baba.